Hi, Earth people. I am Chinghiz together with you. Today, May 19th, 2022. And situation for me, on my not only opinion, is about what truly happening, real happening with Earth people and planet Earth all coming to a level when which after which already I can say will the very powerful movement by those people working together with me in our only way. Chance of that, possibility very high, coming to this level. But this not means this will happen in any way. All this station can, how this station go, and yours people find your say, find your position. You, my mission again, each time I said that, together, together with you. So this war in Europe, this climate crisis, global genocide, reality of that global genocide, and corruption, money launderings, clubs in offshores, who rule the world, clubs owners, and this situation, what's happening was particularly when Hitler Putin start openly implement his plan restore Russian Empire without his ally Trump. The plan was this: big war, and during big war, Putin taking his side, his plan implementing, and Rothschild and Co. His planning was start with that. Okay, what I saying that true. That's reality. Who they not go away. They Rothschild and Co. not not resigning. They already more than a century at least powerfully all what needed take power, opportunity and ruling world. Satanic faith having Rothschild and Co. Queen Elizabeth means United Kingdom, means Britain, monarchy system and Co. They not have faith to God. They have faith to Satan. Therefore, satanic things happened. This not because nature of humanity, human beings, this. Not for that. This because system that. which ruled the world, which created this conflicts, bloodshed conflicts, wars, financial crises, depression, pandemics. So we coming to level where you will have final chance as people for say, for act. And this very good chance. And last chance. Now, in watching, returning to this today's situation, watching what happened. War in Europe is because, and again we say that, because appeasement of Hitler Putin. And if you as people and United States, NATO members, EU, G7, others, countries, people, if you will think this appeasement was some wrong thing, wrong, political position was wrong, somebody comes say something, others allow that, yes, Putin good, have good eyes, good man, good have with him business, etc. Okay? And this was going appeasement. We no want conflict with Russia. If conflict, this can be this problem. One of the arguments. We should cooperate with business, restart, another restart relationship with Russia. Continuation of that. When Putin was implementing her plan, fascist plan, as you've seen, this plan, already by genocide in Chechnya, already by massive killing of children in one attack in Beslan, already invaded Georgia, even Ukraine, Crimea and Eastern region. Appeasement was continued. So this note was wrong, simply only wrong position. My English, sorry. This note was only wrong, simply political wrong position. They are very serious crimes. Crimes of money launderings. Big, easy money to pockets. And blackmail. And this was effectively work. And authorities in Europe, in the United States too, plus minus, particularly in Trump time, Putin puppet, I said Trump time, This was effectively work, the scheme of Putin, the structure of Putin. And our call, our demands was putting on ignore mode, fully ignoration. And here should be accountability, responsibility. They can't simply say, sorry, this was wrong. About that talking. Putin another genocide is third genocide of Putin. Chechnya, Syria, now Ukraine. And genocide is genocide. Definition of genocide. Confirm it, verify it. Knowingly killing civilians, children, women, ethnic cleansing, this is genocide. And it's third. And many people died. And world affecting international law, norm, all damaged. And there should be accountability, responsibility. Who was appeased Putin? They guilty. Period. They guilty. And there should be accountability, responsibility. Who now in office, they should be resigned. For example, Steinmeier and others who already resigned. They are, by rule of law, should be investigation. In Germany, in Britain, in France, Austria, Switzerland, Netherlands, Italy, Spain, United States of America, and additional their countries. Clean up by rule of law, very needed. If you will fail in this case, I say you that big war will return. And you not will able stop this big war. They was very near a big war. Trump in White House, his plan for second term, Hitler, Putin, Trump, and co. And Trump circle saying that it's not blah blah or rumor. Leaving NATO, starting big war. And what you will do, people? Will ban Congress, martial law, What he will do, Americans? Trump even for keep her chair in White House was very near announce martial law. Try stop democratic process of transfer of power because outcome of election. Even for that, Trump was in position. This was decision and in position implement that very near. And what you will do, American people and world and NATO? What you will do, NATO? Trump will announce, say bye bye. What you will do? What I say in this reality and really. Who they? And they not stopped. They not change their plan. They go. And you failing start clean up by rule of law. In United States, even again and again, I saying that Department of Justice failing protect America, failing protect allies, including NATO, failing there. If country rule of law, use that. Same should do Britain, other countries, Germany. Already I said this name of this country. There should be investigations and cleanup from Putin structure. Without that, you will fail. You will fail simply. They not stop it. Look at this Macron blood. Skipjack blood. Paprigunchik. Or now Scholz. How many times Scholz was changing his position? And why? Because who behind? They not change their position. Even today, when Hitler put in with her genocidal war in Europe, they continue hidden forum stand with Putin, Hitler Putin. And they're using all the opportunity, hidden forum, secretly, for survive Putin authority, means this war, this Hitler Putin genocide war means that. But this Macron Sarko, it's so obvious how they in any way, any cause try help Putin. German Scholz, Schröder, Merkel there, Steinmeier there, Seehofer, Mayhoff. In Italy, Berlusconi, Draghi, others. They doing that online. I'm not saying I know them, they planning to do that. It's also true. But they already doing that. This Macron initiative. What means? Not humiliate Russia. We should help Putin survive her face. Hey, Zelensky, give him your territory. We should survive, Putin face. If Putin will fail, in Russia will war. Oh, so thrilled. For whom this dumpest position of Macron, for whom he addressed? It's not even about address. It's about truly real action for help Putin, which already committed genocide and war crimes in Ukraine too. Ukraine in Europe, Putin in war in Europe. And there should be all stop it, yes? Bold announcement, United States, Britain, others. Oh, finally. But actually, after what happened? And why happening? This is not some political establishment and some natural process. This not. These criminal ties to Putin structure and blackmail. They as one team, clubs in offshores, aristocrat, so-called. They think about themselves this. When they very immoral, poor in this case. Immorality without frame. Nothing there. Only Sodom and Gomorrah there. And call them aristocrat. They continue act as one team. Who behind them? And this initiative, when they already again several times during this war, they attempt war several times. From Scholz, from Macron. Macron calling, talking with Hitler, Putin. Hitler, Putin, same time doing genocide, war crimes. And Macron talking, hey, hi you, hey, good, normal. I listen, you try save my face. This is good man. Do that, continue do that. I will try to continue. Evil. Very bad for France. The election was what happened. This situation, this should be alarming for France people. Or Putin, openly pro-Putin, Le Pen, or Macron, who pro-Putin too, by schemes. And result of that, what can be. And why? You French people, why you allow that? And this not only political establishment, their journalists, their media, their others, even ordinary people, their unions, all should be care about own country when such things happening. And now, as I also several times, more than several times, call you, United States, directly Joe Biden even, and others, they are at least two Trojan horses in NATO, in Europe, European Union. And you have that. This again, they're acting as one team. Scholz, Macron, who behind them, Draghi, Berlusconi, others, and Erdogan and Orban. They one team. Trump in United States, monarchy in Britain, and actually behind many of them, this Rothschild and Co. These schemes, structure, who rule the world. Therefore, this happening. And Trojan horses, when needed, very important act for stop Putin. Trojan horses means Trojan horses. They should act, should attempt, should do something, as Orban did, tries to oil embargo. They discussed only oil embargo. There should be oil and gas embargo. Right? Even they try block oil embargo. Each time something saying, should something said. As Erdogan saying too, about blah blah, about PKK, etc. They should say something as argue. But true is they trying help Putin. And so this Erdogan position, United States, not enough. Erdogan crook, Erdogan criminal, and you, United States of America, have, I know that exactly, you have enough docs, evidence which exist about Erdogan crimes, $10 of billions money launderings, an election coming in Turkey, and Erdogan inputting structure as Orban. And they try complicate full membership of Finland and Sweden, you have buttons. United States. Zarrab, this Baran Korkmaz, who waiting extradition in Austria as Firtash. Austria is common hub, very important persons in Putin case and in Erdogan case. Austrian authority keeping them, no extraditing to United States. And this, from Austria's side, they sided with Putin, helping Putin, doing what possible hidden form for stand with Putin. But United States, you have all that. Why are you not saying, hey, crook, Erdogan, shut up? We will, blah, with your blah, blah, stop this country membership to NATO. Your position should be this. This is not first time Erdogan, how he destroying European Union membership of Turkey. This Erdogan did, not EU. This Erdogan did. I was into this case and I was trying help Turkey come EU membership. We even was close to that. But Erdogan destroyed that by his repressions, by fake announced there was Kıyatem, Ergenekon, Mergenekon, etc. And massive repression against journalists, particularly this military Kıyatem. This is also Erdogan job. You will have that already in this film, even have film by dogs. How this was controlled by Erdogan authority. Also nothing. How you appeasing Erdogan in this case. Even Stoltenberg said, hey, this important for NATO, and there should be members only democratic countries, democratic institutions where this institution functioning fully is NATO. But in Turkey case, you have Apartheid. Erdogan already trying changing Turkey from democratic country to authoritarian. That now in this day, they are already near to authoritarian regime, semi-authoritarian, even more. And this happening because your appeasement. Your appeasement based on wrong position. Both position there will work because Erdogan means Putin. Their only bold, powerful position can change, push Erdogan because Turkey not yet, not full authoritarian regime. There are some institutions working and Turkey people also have very concrete position, political case, and they today mostly majority against Erdogan. So your both position, push Erdogan when Erdogan buy S-400 by violating NATO norms and standards, and after that very demanding other actions, you failed. This simply was appeasement. For what? Turkey importance for NATO, yes, but Turkey importance, not Erdogan. Turkey important. This not can't be important for NATO because Erdogan, Putin ally. How this authority can be important to NATO, particularly in our days when Hitler, Putin already in war in Europe. So your position buttons against Erdogan, okay, Sezgin Baran Korkmaz and Zarrab and others, this direct about Erdogan, Erdogan son, Erdogan son-in-law, others from Erdogan family and circle. And also you should, if Erdogan will blah blah, continue his blah blah, and blah blah is blah blah, you should freeze Turkey membership in NATO. You should do that. Already in your table should be this option. If not, this another your mistake. United States and NATO member countries. Freeze, not remove Turkey from NATO. This not. But freeze, yes. And after Erdogan authority, new authority, of course, will return, will restore Turkey position. And of course, the membership should be unfreeze. This position should be this against Hungary too, against Orban Hungary, EU. You should freeze Hungary membership in EU if one country blocking another 30 countries, another members of EU as hostage. And this no first time. This have history of years. What you waiting? Why are you giving them chance? Help Putin. When this delaying this time so important for Putin. Putin already avoiding sanctions. Today start from that. How you failed. Stop Putin by appeasement and their schemes, bold words by when action coming action, not yet. About implementation of sanctions, what you did. You can't implement the sanction if you not pass it needed laws. Britain, United States. They're using schemes. How you will find them? How bank will listen your call? Not by law. There should be by law. Banks shall share with you this enforce. Putin oligarchs, Putin schemes about Erdogan, Orban too from Putin. Ilham Aliyev too, no, forget about Ilham Aliyev. I already said how you same mistake doing, which you did on Putin case about Ilham Aliyev. This is all one team, you know. Therefore, I call their names. I mentioned them. I demanded action. They continue to act as one team. And you failing stop them. And your sanctions not will work. Putin will avoid these sanctions. Already Putin started that by help of neighbor countries. Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan, Uzbekistan, even of course Turkey of Erdogan, they helping Putin avoid sanctions too. And there are Africa countries several. And Putin bitcoins. And Putin as world boss of drugs, narco. We will deny that. Putin, world boss of narco. And Ilham Aliyev at Putin. And they are 10 of billions dollars. Afghanistan, Colombia, Venezuela, through Venezuela means, even using Ilham Aliyev, Azerbaijan, these territories where Ilham Aliyev quickly create structure, including airports. For that, for drug trafficking, for narco traffic, from Afghanistan, from Colombia, Mexico. Even in Azerbaijan, he created plants, okay, who producing, taking this opium from Afghanistan and producing heroin or cocaine from other needed materials. This happening in Azerbaijan. Their decision generally was several years ago. Ilham Aliyev, Putin, Ilham Aliyev, and Erdogan in this case very actively participated drug trafficking. But Putin, Ilham Aliyev, when they understand dirty energy go, they should be that. This other case, I will say. They take decision, replace, no lose money, okay? Oil, gas will go, less and less will quantity they will sell. And they no one do that. No one lose money. And drug, narco, opium, heroin, cocaine, and others. And in today's this very important opportunity for Putin for avoid sanctions. Using his several his oligarchs, yacht, also important. You're announcing measures also important. But implementation, you will fail. You're failing and will fail. People not dumb. How you will find them? Again, I asking you, how you will find their money? Okay, Yak we understand. Yak, Jet, and Erdogan, how helping them again. And Israel authority too. Putin oligarchs, at least 6 oligarch yacht in Turkey. With comfort, full safe. For example, even seizing their yacht, jets, you're failing. And this small part, they have billions, not 100 millions. Abramovich there, and Deripaska there. Even in this small part of your action for sanctions, Putin oligarchs, I'm not saying you show that, but seems that as several actions, media, blah blah, hooray, hooray. But the small part, oligarchs not affected, Putin not affected, Putin Bitcoin, Bitcoin not affected, Putin this drug traffic, drug monopoly as boss means not affected. How you can think you sanction Putin and will bad? Will bad to people, of course. They deserve that. Enough is enough. Already, no first time Russian people sided with Hitler, Putin when he launched war. Say truth about that. No one's time. During these years, even centuries, particularly last times, it was invade Ukraine in 2014, even invade Georgia in 2008. They people Russian, hooray, hooray. Even today, they hooray, praising Putin back in this war. But Putin position is, people is garbage. Putin think that. So Putin not affected. Putin generals not affected. Why you can't seriously affect Venezuela? What do you think about that? From previous president was there, and yeah, now I attack it, name none. And now Maduro. You feel it after failing, how this was possible. People against them. Majority Venezuelan, particularly against Maduro regime. Because they also have enough money, Maduro and his generals, they're not seriously affected. You sanctions Venezuela and they're not seriously affected. And they still in authority and crackdowns after crackdowns. This is one of example. But Putin opportunity more than Maduro. Putin have enough money. Putin will give this money to his generals, to his ministers. They will continue the fascist, racist campaign, not only against Ukraine. Putin not change his position. His position, decision, restore Russian empire, not change it. We can't stop Putin. And I'm talking about that. For that, what we should do, we should seriously act. Seriously act. Seriously, okay? For stop Putin. No fool people. There should be laws which can give opportunity, can do possible implementation of these sanctions. You failing do that. Why? Why? Answer my question. Why you failing pass this bill? You're all against corruption, money laundering. Britain, Johnson, Monson. Why you not want pass law for stop this corruption, money laundering? And of course, first is stop Putin and Putin oligarchs. Why? And how Russia, which under sanctions, Russian oil, under sanctions by Britain. And they are in Britain ports, Russian tankers with oil. Greenpeace was acting for block this ship. This is about how you implementing even this forum. Tanker ship coming to your land and you already sanctioned them, you can't, and you failing, stop them. Greenpeace doing your job as sovereign state. Your job. Implementation of sanctions, crucial. Other things also crucial. There are several. Truly sending weapons, needed weapons to Ukraine is crucial for your future, for EU future, for NATO future, for future Earth people. It's crucial. Send needed weapons to Ukraine. But you, in this case, also failing. Last info from Politico. You failing send there some my English, okay? Or, yes, rocket bombs. Even this, there should be already there should be what I say you. Urgently Ukraine need for stop Putin and remove Putin from his territory finally fully, including Crimea. Needed world, particularly NATO, should stand with Ukraine. Ukraine fighting for you. There should be F-16s, at least F-16 modernized version. There should be Patriot systems, anti-air defense. There should be tanks and others. Where? Where all that? Why are you failing to truly help Ukraine? For stop this war. for stop war quickly. Some position I listen, they are even absurd position. If some weapons will send to Ukraine, this can extend war 180 degrees opposite to reality. If you will send needed weapons to Ukraine, war will end in near time because Ukraine will remove Hitler Putin troops from Ukraine, and this means war will end in Ukraine. This was, I think, official info. Who says this absurd thing and why? Why are talking about that? Why all that happening? How this possible coming to this forum? Because Rothschild and Co. ruled the world. They continue their relationship and helping Putin. They're acting by their schemes, lobby schemes. They donors, donations, the media too, and other things. Therefore, these absurd things happening and happening. But you real man, woman, head of state, head of government in Western countries, and you understand what's happening, you should, if needed, change your position, which wrong, because today what's happening? You not fully standing with Ukraine, not fully sanctions Putin, not yet, and they are war, genocidal war. This unexcusable, okay? No excuse for these wrongs. They are war crimes. And you continue financing Putin by buying Putin oil and gas. And this is one of the main points for Putin entirely. You're failing to do that. So needed revise your position. Well, today your position is not enough. There should be some correction, and after that, act as one team. If some country will, for example, if some country will try help Putin for complicate implementation of sanctions or measures, including sending weapons to Ukraine, you already should act against this country. This position, this will work. This very needed, this position. If you not use measures against Erdogan, Turkey, and against Orban, Hungary, this will be very bad. This will be very helpful for Putin. This will be very bad to NATO, to EU, to United States of America. Yes, this increasing tariffs No oil embargo, including tariff. Why this? Why these offers happening? Why Macron call Zelensky and say, "Hey, give your territory. We will face, survive, respect Hitler, Putin face." Why Macron did that? And why such thing happening? No oil embargo, increased tariffs. And Putin also will use that. Putin anyway using scams, avoiding sanctions. What you doing for stop evasion of sanctions by Putin? There's absolutely nothing here doing. And you're doing situation even worse, can be. Only by artillery unit you can't help Ukraine. It's not enough. There's Hoftizers. It's not enough. There truly should be Lend-Lease. Truly there should be American modern arms, heavy weapons, and NATO countries' heavy weapons, tanks, artillery, military jets, means air defense systems, and other things. There should be drones as predators. It's crucial. Do that. No, do devastating mistake. No, do this devastating mistake. Stop that and truly stand with Ukraine. Ukrainian people fighting. They're no movie. They are not blockbuster. This really. Ukrainian people fighting. But because your mistake, they was for situation demand they give Mariupol. In Mariupol they give up. If from start you will stand with Ukraine, Mariupol and other Kherson, I know that all specialists can say that. Look at how Ukraine army fighting. And if they will have enough needed weapons, they should today start send. Kherson, Mariupol, others, and they are even, I think, of course, they not able come to Kiev suburb, and they are not will happen genocide in Bucha and in Mariupol genocide, undeniable. Others, their name known. But because your mistake, Mariupol, they are genocide and they give Kherson, Mariupol. Now we finally should stand with Ukraine, send them needed weapons, as I said, by Lend-Lease. Of course, Ukraine will remove Russian troops from Ukraine, will free Mariupol, will take back Mariupol, Kherson, Crimea, this eastern region of Luhansk and Donetsk. And this for that we should stand with Ukraine, truly stand with Ukraine. And there should be tribunals against Putin herself and others criminals. And not give any chance for avoid sanctions and implement and pass sanctions which not yet, not why you are avoiding Patanin. Patanin one of close Putin oligarchs. And such oligarchs as Patanin, there are dozens. You not yet, not even pass the sanctions, no sanctions. You not yet, no sanctioned Putin oligarchs, which needed. About Kabayeva, Britain started, United States should do against Abramovich, against Kabayeva, United States of America. What your problem? Why are you doing these mistakes? Why are you helping Putin by your this semi-maneuver? Hitler, Putin, with genocidal war, and there should be finally position. We should stop Hitler, Putin. For that, we should use all our measures. And we should truly stand with Ukraine. And about Finland, Sweden, I said they should immediately, in this form, quick form, urgent form, extreme form, be NATO full members, both, immediately. No do mistake. And you're another mistake in Israel case. And you creating very serious problem. Democratic countries rule of law, very serious problem. Already you created that. But now time for resolve this very serious problem of apartheid regime of Israel. Apartheid means racism, fascism. Apartheid is apartheid. War crime. Crime against humanity. And they are, of course, war crime because crimes. Because Israel massacres after massacres after massacres. All war crimes, and international criminal court should seriously act in these cases. And this mistake, your mistake on Israel case. And Israel using that. Israel openly before world people eyes, openly violating international law and norms. And how you can allow that? And you thinking why Hitler Putin come to Hitler, be Hitler Putin? Because you was allowed that appeasement. And you're appeasing Israel authority despite Israel authorities' crimes, violation of international norms and laws. Israel authority using against Palestinian people, nationalities, segregation even as method, also continue occupied Palestinian territories, sovereign Palestinian territories, and even removing from Palestinian territories Palestinians, lasting for this, devastating to world rules, to world international norm, world norm. 1,000 Palestinians, this ethnic cleansing, 1,000 Palestinians was removed from their home, from their land, named Yatta, but name known, from this town, from this place, from West Bank. 1,000 for move their Jewish nationalities. Fully secure, army protected. This occupation by war crimes, by crimes against humanity. Because Israel authority by its military forces, security forces, military forces, killing, continuing by killings, all this process. In Eastern Jerusalem, in West Bank, about Gaza, I even not saying how they intentionally was bombing targeted civilians, buildings, even these media units buildings. Associated Press or Reuters there was. No. But this last journalist, Shirin Abin Agla, I think, United States citizen, journalist of Al Jazeera, Christian, Catholic, Shirin Abu Agla. They knowingly killing her. She was dressed in press dress, wearing cask means helmet means, and was killed directly by snipers of Israel military forces. When the Israel forces doing another operation in Jenin against Palestinians, she journalist doing her job, covering how this happening. And she was shot and killed. Another journalist, operator, was wounded. We all condemn. Good thing, okay? Condemn. By strong words, we will not tolerate, we call an investigation. Who will investigate that? Ned Price, Department of State spokesperson. You said that in several months ago when journalists ask you, where should go Palestinians for justice? You say, they should go to courts. But they are not Palestinian courts, they are Israel courts. You don't understand what means apartheid regime, and you not allow this terminology. Why? Why you not allow this terminology? United States of America, Nancy Pelosi and others, Schumer. What's your problem? They are apartheid fully. Definition of apartheid and fact check. Plenty evidence existing, fact check. Apartheid regime. And why you not allow this terminology? Why you block it, United States pass bill for protect Palestinians, for recognize this Nakba, Palestinian history. Jewish national have history of genocide. We all accept this fact. We all say never again, okay? Why we said that? Because this so devastating tragedy, genocide, was used against Jewish nationalities. Therefore, we said never again. But you allow this again and again. And in Palestinian case particular, you try to deny Nakba. Why? They in fact were international law norm United States. How you can think you will allow some part of international law norm, this international law and norm, and you care about international law and norm because world rule, because peace, because justice, because United States leader country. But if you know want and why you don't want, you can ignore this international law norm. And other countries will do same. And they're doing that. Britain will do, France will do. I talking about Western countries, no, not about China, this fascist Putin, China, India, all will use. And you have this, what today happening worldwide. Injustices, war, bullshit crimes, conflicts, injustices, hunger, oh. And they fact check. United States should act against Israel authority based on fact check. Not only against Israel authority. Already time for United States, this new should be after this war, which we should stop, means we should remove by helping Ukraine remove Hitler Putin from Ukraine. We should stop Hitler Putin finally, and there will new world rule, of course. Means more bold, more protective. And in this case, you should act against countries with which you think for years your ally. Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, Israel, and other such countries, several have. You should act for, push them, change that. And they have rule of law and very effective methods. In Palestine, Israel-Palestinian case, you should recognize Palestinian sovereignty, sovereign right, Palestinian sovereign right on their land, United Nations resolution. You should recognize Nakba, Rashida Tlaib, and others from House Representative Initiative. I call Congress pass this bill. No, do mistake. You can't ignore this fact. They are apartheid. And there was Nakba. Fact check. Docs. And we should push Israel authorities immediately stop this apartheid regime. But you failing to do that, and Israel even doing more. This funeral of Shirin Abu Akleh, this purely fascist regime, fascist apartheid regime, means fascist regime. Palestinians not human beings for Israel authority. How they can attack funeral? How they can attack people who pallbearers? In funeral process, they shoot the Shirin Abu Akleh coffin cask. They're attacking them. How they can do that? They're peaceful and funereal, and Israel authority by Israel forces attacking and beating them. Palestinians not human beings. Hitler said Jewish nationalities not human beings. Second, third kind. And my words, when I said that first time, I would hope Israel authority will understand they were wrong and will change. They are repeating Hitler method against Palestinians. Apartheid means apartheid. Means ghetto. You can't be there, can't be go there, can't be there. Second, third class something you can. In your own land, you not have right. You can't protesting. You can't say no. If you say no, piff puff. Even against women, girls, women. How many? And now this. One video I will show you. or this one. This man, this man, or this man. This Omar Abu Khdeir. Look at him too, how these fascist Israel soldiers of Bennett and Co. beating them. And 1 day later, they even arrested him. For what? They continue keep coughing for that. Okay. Purely fascist act, purely show how for them Palestinians the second, third kind of beings. They purely show how they supremacist, and this should be stopped, not back it. Nancy Pelosi and Schumer and others. You can't by words downplay these facts or misdistract. Listen, already about returning to world system which ruled the world, financial system, how corrupt and dark, and this dark money in politics, what created, what doing, you seeing worldwide. This war in Ukraine, direct result of this corrupt system. Israel acting this forum, fascist forum, creating apartheid regime because system which ruled the world, this satanic, evil, corrupt. Directly, therefore. See at the game, new, for the first time, tweet from See at the game, May 17. For the first time, the United States is the world's largest enabler of financial secrecy, surpassing notorious tax havens like Switzerland, the Cayman Islands, and Bermuda, according to an analysis by the Tax Justice Network, TJN, released today. US lands top spot as world's biggest enabler of financial secrecy new index. Their tax justice network singled out lax trust laws as a major drawback to financial transparency reforms in its biennial report, calling on G7 nations to commit to creating a global asset register. This article from International Consortium of Investigative Journalists, ICIJ, May 17. United States Congress, lawmakers. United States President have powerful tool, executive orders. United States Department of Justice of Garland, FBI. Already Vivian mentioned FBI. So sad, even sometimes laughing, because you failing after failing after failing act for stop this Hitler, Putin, and Trump in White House in United States by rule of law, by cleanup. There was coup attempt, first time in your history, and this all based what happened because this financial secrecy, money flowed into pockets, and they acting as one team. And you failing act, Treasury Department, FinCEN, and we all call FinCEN should be the financement increasing and employees number increasing. Nothing doing. Congress should pass bill, but not yet. For the transparent, these other words, these offshores should be banned. These shell companies should be transparent, no shell companies. This trust, these shell companies, it is all. And enablers. There should be law, very criminal. This enabler crimes. And therefore, this worldwide happening, these devastating things. And you failing climate crisis case. Therefore, they are again corruption, money laundering, again dark money in politics, again lobbyist hands by big pockets with fully money coming to White House, coming to Congress, particularly Trump time, they did that. Undeniable. And who will act on climate crisis case for stop climate crisis? Because Department of Justice and FBI failing, Treasury Department failing. You remember Manchin, Trump Treasury Secretary, and others too. Homeland Security, name I not recall now. He will stop this investigation report even from investigative inspector generals. Say, no, this affecting Trump. This is violating Constitution. This is violating United States democratic institutions, how they function, direct violation. And this should be serious crimes, but they are even nothing against this Secretary of Homeland Security. How you can stop that? And now this. Greta Thunberg. Quote from article from Politico. Article name: EU climate emissions higher than before pandemic. We decided using pandemic and go clean energy, green energy. Yes. We decided should be that using this war means sanctioned Russian energy and go clean green energy. Both failing. One failed, pandemic, other very devastatingly failing. Quote from article. Greta Thunberg. The EU's greenhouse gas emissions in the last quarter of 2021 were higher than any quarter since late 2018, scrubbing out the apparent gains made during the pandemic. Close quote. And Greta added, yet the EU still somehow identifies itself as a climate leader. She right. She very right. And I call Greta and all climate crisis fighters. All. Not only Fridays for Future, not only Extinction Rebellions, others, Greenpeace, Friendly50.com, and others. No give up. No give up. I know that exactly. If you will give up, you will die. You will die, Earth people. And they weak if we together. So organize, come together as one movement, Greta and others. Come together as one movement. This is very needed, not separately. All together, organize worldwide, inform people their need, there should be financing. If I have money, I can financing fully, no matter how many money is needed. For organize, there should be worldwide in each country, not only megapolises, big cities, other towns even. Yeah, there should be structure. And we should inform people. There should be media. What I directly calling them, but in practice, in places, on these countries, towns, villages, across the world, each country, there should be concrete action, concrete units for organize this, inform people. This should be already an alarming forum, urgent forum organizing, not some time, period of time as Greta doing, others even not trying even. But this is not enough. This is not enough. Therefore, come together as one movement, creating in each country where possible these staffs, and not only megapolis and in towns, each country, each cities, towns, there should be one movement, one organization, one ties, and we should inform people again and again and again. If people will inform you truly, they will join to protest demonstrations. They will go to streets and squares. When we will announce worldwide climate strike, there should be billions. This is possible, but we should start do that. How I say you? This urgent. Immediately come together. Their trade unions can join. There are others, human rights organization can join and should. And others. If not, there will happening such things. As here in EU, as here, as Ketan Josh tweeting, this tweet from May 10. Setting net zero targets, increasing from 25% to 42%, from 21 to 22. Hooray! It's so good. Company declared we will fight net zero from 25 to 42% increase. And companies allocating money to reduce emissions in line with those targets stayed stable. 0% from 2021 to 2022. Increasing announcement from 25 to 42%, but spending money for do that, 0. Means nothing, only blah blah, and really nothing. But we know even big oil and gas increasing, they drilling, fracking, they producing, increasing, planning, increase. They are trillions of dollars they spending worldwide. During 1 decade they planning until 2030. We should stop that finally. There should be oil and gas embargo immediately for stop Putin. Without that, Putin not will stop. Other things too you should do. Putin oligarchs' money should be seized. Putin this cryptocurrency laundering should be stopped. Putin narco traffic should be stopped by special program, no excuse. And also mainly oil and gas. And there should be measures against countries who helping Putin avoid sanctions, no matter which country. United Arab Emirates very actively there, Saudi Arabia there very actively. About Turkey I said, about Putin neighbors and allies, Kazakhstan, Azerbaijan and others I already said. Go clean energy. Use this situation. When you ban Russian energy, you should use that for go clean energy. There should be concrete plan, program. How? Listen, alarming report. From now this Earth, this YouTube channel I take this quote. Yeah. A United Nations report released on May 11, 2022 found that droughts around the globe, which have been linked to global warming, have increased in frequency by 29% since 2000. Several droughts, like the one drying up reservoirs in American West, are happening worldwide, from the Horn of Africa to Australia to France, creating water crisis and putting millions of lives at risk. Ibrahim Thiaw, the executive secretary of the United Nations Convention to combat desertification, said in a statement, the fact and figures of this publication all point in the same direction, an upward trajectory in the duration of drought and the severity of impact, not only affecting human societies, but also the ecological system upon which the survival of all life depends, including that of our own species. Tiao also said real solutions are key to mitigating desertification. We are at a crossroads. We need to steer toward the solutions rather than continuing with destructive actions, believing that marginal change can heal systemic failure. Very alarming problem, droughts. Countries will affecting, particularly poor countries, particular African countries, particular other countries. Look what is happening. United States, Their fracking boom, fracking boom. Go green tweeting. USA fracking boom, tilting world toward climate disaster. Industry plans would cause 140 billion metric tons emissions. 140 billion metric tons emissions. ExxonMobil said will boost production from Permian by 100,000 barrels a day this year, while Chevron is upping its output by 60,000 barrels. They increasing. You can stop them easily. United States and G7 and G20 and others. Do that not difficult. Not will do, you will fail. Planet Earth, this physics, not some country which we can push if they are dictatorship or some injustices or some. You can't sanctions planet Earth, push them, hey, stop climate crisis, planet Earth. If not, take that sanctions. You can't simply do that. You understand that? Another very serious problem. Tweet from David Wallace Wells is May 17. Quote is from nature.com article, quote from there. In 2021, quote, open quote, in 2021, the World Health Organization's member states established a formal negotiating body to explore international law for pandemic prevention, preparedness, and response. When it sought input last month, I made 2 points. And he continued. First, that pandemic law should engage countries existing legal obligations by acknowledging how climate change will exacerbate outbreaks. Second, that a pandemic treaty could be modeled on climate law to make countries transparent in and accountable for reaching commitments. Very important, this one. These problems which we can resolve without this barrier, this not only problem, this barrier. When I say problem, somebody think a problem, if you will, this is not same. This is about barriers on our only way, barrier. We should remove this barrier. Okay? And do that not difficult. But I think how you feeling do that. Earth people, world most developed countries, How you failing do that. And result of your failure will global genocide. At least will start from that global genocide and your extinction. You're not will able adopt to avalanche effect. You will die. Food chain will destroy finally. Water will destroy finally. You're not will able eat, drink, not will able even normally in megapolis. You will not will have job because flood, because natural disasters. This already happened before your eyes. You think this not will affect your city? I'm talking about global warming, not about some disaster, natural disaster in some country, which are, of course, cause of this global warming. This will massive form. Quantity will increase, power will increase of these hurricanes, floods, earthquakes, volcanoes, extreme heat already in India and Pakistan record in this period of time in April. 50 degrees. Another alarming. Melting of Arctics and Antarctics. Even Gulf Stream changing, affecting. Start already. Amazon, your lung. You're destroying Amazon. And others. And you think what? You have high tech. You will capture. Bluff. Lie. As they try to show this lie, this not existing, not exist, and not will exist as they try to show, because avalanche effect, because nature changing. These plants, pipelines, drills should be stopped finally. These nuclear plants should be stopped finally. Two, somebody talking about for go clean energy, go to nuke. They not understand very simple thing. Climate crisis means natural disaster. Natural disaster means very powerful earthquake too. Because planet Earth, this physics, that direct link have. Directly have link of warming of planet and to earthquake. And which one will happen? City have, after a few minutes, nothing. I know that, I seeing that, I know that exactly. This will happen, global genocide will happen. Cities will, by earthquake, destroying fully. About drought, about food chain, about water chain, I already said. Why you allow that? Why you not acting? The emergency, but some of dumbest person in Italy, Draghi cabinet say We're not seeing this climate crisis as emergency. How you can say that? On what basis your this position? On what basis? They are not scientists saying they're emergency, alarming. You should go immediately, phase out from fossil fuel. You're saying you know seeing their emergency, all the disasters, all this process, there's no emergency should affect your city where you're sitting. Draghi, Rome, will happen. Because it's about planet Earth. They are not placed for some country or some city for will survive some form as you think. This physics of planet Earth. And when will happen, you will have. Who you? I'm my friend Elon. Elon tweeted he anger on Democrats. There was kindness, now they mostly hate and uh, other same things. Therefore, he was previously vote for Democrat, now he will vote for Republicans. I'm warning you, bro, this is no good idea. Not about Democrat, Republican. I'm not talking about that. You know my position. For me, Democrat, Republican, same if they will act same form. Okay? I not will separate. This Republican, for example, doing good things, I not will deny that. I not will say I Democrat, they're doing good things, but I will say, this not so good because I Democrat. I never was that. I never was back Democrat Party in this forum because my mission and our only way. They are not a place for some political parties and others and others. Be as me, bro. Be aside of politics if you, you know your words, your position, how this can affect our mission. Tesla as leader country in world, zero emission, clean energy and Tesla environment and gigafactories and our mission to Mars. Why are you complicating that, Ellen? I saying you that you by your dispositions, which was about this criminal, immoral person Trump, what a very mistake your position was. Your interview to Financial Times. Already you know my reaction. It's not my reaction because I talking about our together working, our own way, and we should succeed in our mission. Ellen. And Trump arrested me. Trump demand from Putin, arrest me before election, ban Chinghiz from internet. How put psikushka? This Trump alone, this Trump, which you try back. He arrested me, punished me in psikushka, which was happening in evil empire time against me. How you can, even this fact should be enough for you, for finally distance yourself from Trump, Putin, Trump, and co. They not separate. They remain together alone. And today Republicans in Congress, not voters, they show as they good with that, and they will fail. Because their ongoing investigation, their coup attempt, their treason, several treason, what American people will think when we will reveal, and we near should be that, we will reveal these facts. Trump will indict. This fact will reveal. And of course, American people will, based on this fact, will angry and will reject Republicans. Majority. But this good chance for Republicans distance themselves from Trump. But they, as we see, try to opposite. So Republicans remain wrong. Democrats doing enough mistake. But if we will take generally, this is my mission, I should stand with United States too, for work together, for resolve problems, which not only problems, these barriers on our ways. And so, today's situation that, and this best way, and I call you for that, be aside from politics. This is not difficult. Simply, no do donation to Democrats and Republicans. Say you without pay, you doing your business. If this possible, do that. If not, take best thing from both sides. No announce yourself as one party supporters. This is very good and important. As I did, as I doing, join me in this case too. This crucial, this, Ellen, this directly can affect directly our mission. If you will separate, I think not, we together working. If you will think separately, this very dangerous mistake. Republicans, Trump, racist, criminal and racist, this is undeniable. Evan, Trump, racist, white supremacist. Trump was in coup attempt using this white supremacists and KKK. If you will support them, worldwide people will say, we not will buy racist making cars. For example, I say you how this can affect our mission. You can't support racist ever. Simply can't. You not have right for that. Generally, you have right. The democracy, as you like, democracy, free speech, etc. But if you truly try keep mission, clean energy in planet Earth, clean energy economy, zero carbon free economy, and mission to Mars, you should distance yourself from racist, from white supremacists, or you will take from with you to Mars them colonize Mars by white supremacists. This not will happen. You will fail in when we fly to Mars. Means that this never will allow. So I try to talk you how dangerous when you join into political sphere. Back in even racist Trump, racist Hitler, Putin, Trump, and co means racist, fascist. And there you can't call that as you was vote for Democrats, now Republicans. Republicans today, this means establishment, racist, white supremacist. And you should share distance yourself from racist and white supremacists. This simple. This very serious thing ever. I say, I together with you, and I ask you again, take final decision. This best be outside of politics, no back any. This is good for mission. Be neutral, okay? If you truly, as I believe, because our only way, we should keep working together in our only way. They evil ever. They will destroy all. All by big war. They satanic evil. Why my mission exists? For that, rescue those people. And after that, work together. They're killing planet Earth or not, ever. They position what this means, this climate crisis. They've been increasing and no acting. They're even increasing, doing wars, doing so dangerously bad, devastatingly bad to planet Earth. Why are they doing that? Because system that. And system own it, rule it by concrete groups. This undeniable fact check. And who they, I say name. And they have faith to Satan. Rothschild and co. have faith to Satan. They believe to Satan, not to God. They believe in Satan, not in God. Therefore, such absurd things happening, which all mind and heart saying, and science is saying, here emergency, act urgently. They even doing more worse, increasing emission, pollution. They this. And of course, I believe in us people, we should prevail. If so, we will fly Mars. There will all nations, mainly, not immediately, but there will all nations, all people around the world. Our decision that there can't be fascist, racist in Mars. In Mars can't be white supremacist. Simply can't and not will. There should be Earth people. With my mission, with our main values. Values, I said, and you and Earth people very good know. Man, woman, child, and other our values. And all nations equal. All color of skin equal. Equal. This is best what we should do. Be aside from politics. I can't, my mission. I should share. But you also share for keep our mission to Mars and mission for decarbonize planet Earth, means carbon-free economy. The best way be aside, outside, means of politics. I together with you, bro. I say, today this, I am Chinghiz together with you, Earth people.